Linear equations in one variable. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about in this section would be absolute value equations. Do you remember whenever we had something like absolute value of x equals 2? That means, what do I put inside those little brackets so that I get an answer that tells me it is 2 units from 0 on a number line? Well, if I start at 0 and go to the right, 2 is 2 units from 0. But if I go to the left, negative 2 is also 2 units from 0. So to solve this particular absolute value equation, we get the solutions 2 and negative 2. Now sometimes when you solve an absolute value equation, you get a solution that doesn't make the equation true. In that case, you're going to have an extraneous solution. So make sure you check your answers. Let's try one. We have this absolute value equation. The first thing you want to do is write it down exactly like it is without the absolute value. So that's case number 1, and case number 2, you write it down just like it is. But on the other side, the side without the absolute value, you're going to make it negative. Okay, now you solve each of these equations. We're going to add 4 to both sides. That's 0. And now we're going to divide by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1. So it looks like 1 will be at least one of our solutions. Okay, how about this one? We still need to add 4 to both sides. And then we're going to divide by 5. And that will give us x is equal to 3/5. Now it seems like we have two solutions, 1 and 3/5. Let's put a 1 in here. What's 5 times 1? 5. 5 minus 4 is 1. Absolute value of 1 is 1. So this one definitely works. But how about the 3/5? We have absolute value of 5 times 3/5 minus 4 equals 1. Well, this is like 5 over 1. So 5 will go into 5 one time. We're left with absolute value of 3 minus 4 equals 1. 3 minus 4 is negative 1. And the absolute value of negative 1 is 1. So that's true. So these two numbers are the solutions to that equation. Okay, what if you have two absolute values? Go ahead and set up your two cases. Just like it is, and the other one, you make one side negative. So let's go ahead and leave the left side alone. That's what I usually do. But on the right hand side, we make the whole thing negative. Okay, go ahead and solve the first equation. I think I will add 3 to both sides. And in the same step, subtract a 3x. So this is 0 and this is 0, and I'm left with the negative x equals 7. That's like a negative 1 right there. So when I divide both sides by negative 1, I get x is equal to negative 7. Okay, how about on the right hand side? We distribute this negative 1. Collect all the like terms together, so we're going to add 3x to both sides, and we're going to add 3 to both sides. This is 0 and this is 0. So I get 5x is equal to negative 1. Then I divide by 5. So x is equal to a negative 1/5. Okay, we should definitely go back and check and make sure it works. So I'm going to do that on my calculator. these answers do work, so that will be the solution to that equation. Okay, last page. We have one more. Now on all of the other ones, the absolute value was already isolated. On this one, it's not. That's what you need to do first. So go ahead and move the 8 over. So we'll get absolute value of 5x minus 2 is equal to a negative 1. Now at this point, you should be able to tell that there's no solution. There's no solution because this means the absolute value of some number. The absolute value of some number is always going to be positive, and this is negative. So already I know that there's going to be no solution. But what if I don't know that? Set up your two cases. When you make the right side negative, it ends up becoming a positive. Go ahead and move the 2 over. And divide by 5. So x is equal to 1/5. Move the 2 over. So 5x equals 3. Divide by 5. So x equals 3/5. Okay, now what we want to do is check our answer. This is why it's so important that you check your answers. We have absolute value of 5 times 1/5 minus 2 plus 8 equals 7. Well, 5 times 1/5 is going to be 1. One minus 2 is negative 1. Then we have absolute value of negative 1. Absolute value of negative 1 is 1. Is 1 plus 8 equal to 7? No, that means this one definitely does not work. Do the same thing for 3/5. We'll have 3/5 here. The 5's cancel again, so we'll have 3 minus 2. Well, 3 minus 2 is 1. Absolute value of 1 is 1. 1 plus 8 is still not equal to 7. So this one also does not work. That means the answer is there is no solution. It's the empty set.